time for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now for the Texas Pledge.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
And now for the moment of silence.
And now, here's an interview from our new principal, Dr. Barrett.
Good morning, my name is Natalia, and I'm going to interview our principal, Dr. Barrett. Hi, Dr. Barrett.
Hi, Natalia.
First of all, we want to welcome you to Austin Middle School.
Thank you.
And can you tell us a little about yourself?
Sure. So this is my first year at Austin Middle School. Yay! And I'm really excited to be here. The last 4 years I've spent in high school in Arlington, at Bowie High School, where I oversaw the Advanced Academics Department. And that means that I was over Advanced Placement, International Baccalaureate, and dual credit. So I am so excited to be here at Austin again this year.
Thank you. As our new principal of Austin Middle School, what are your top 3 goals for 2019 to 2020?
Natalia, that's a great question. So my top 3 goals are, number 1, to increase student achievement. You know, Austin has some really great teachers here and really great students, and I want to increase the amount of students who are achieving. My second goal would be that I want to create systems in Austin that are more sustainable across the board, across the curriculum. And my third and final goal is a big one, and that's making sure that I'm building relationships with students, with parents, and teachers and staff.
You build a positive school culture.
How do I build a positive school climate and culture? So one thing that I want people to know is that climate and culture are really 2 totally different things. When you think of climate, I always like to think of like Texas weather. You know how sometimes in Texas weather it can be hot first thing in the morning, and then by lunchtime it's like storming and full of rain, and then it can be cool. I mean, we can go through a bunch of seasons just in one day. And that's typically what climate is. Climate is something that's short term. You still want to focus on it, you still want to build on it, but it's a short term thing versus culture is long term. So one of the things that I'm doing for climate right now for teachers is making sure that we have gene days. The gene days are not going to build a culture. So building the culture is going to be with making sure that we're building positive relationships with each other, that I'm building with them, and that we're building together as colleagues, and then we're fostering that into the classroom so that you guys are building great relationships with your peers. Does that make sense?
Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Broncos, and welcome to the all-new Austin Broncos News Show, where we'll be giving you the latest news, lunch, weather, and what's happening here on campus. Let's get into it.
Today is terrific Thursday, August 29, 2019.
The weather for today is partly cloudy, and the temperature will be 96 degrees.
The lunch for today is
barbecue boneless chicken wings and rolled cheesy country meatloaf sandwiches, fruit and yogurt smart box, fresh broccoli bites and sweet potato fries, fresh apples, fresh banana, fresh pear, fresh whole oranges, and berry medley with white toppings, chocolate milk, white milk, and non-fat strawberry milk.
Here are a few announcements from our teachers.
From Mr. Green and Ms. Myers, teachers, please check your email frequently as Ms. Myers and Mr. Green are trying to roll out our iPads as quickly as possible. Please check your emails frequently. Thank you.
From Coach Rogers and our amazing athletic department. Our first 7th grade volleyball game is September 10 at Bowie. Our first volleyball game, 8th grade, is September 10 at Bowie. And our first and 7th grade football game is September 9th versus Bowie. Game starts 5:30. See you there.
Good morning. This is Officer Spivey. I want to talk to you a little bit about school safety. First thing I want to talk to you about is if you see something that needs to be reported that makes our campus unsafe, it's your duty to let somebody know. Let a teacher know, let me know, but let somebody know. If you see something, say something. That will help keep us safe. We're about to watch a quick video on our procedures for a lockdown drill. So please pay attention to this, and then your teachers are going to discuss it with you afterwards. Thank you.
Why is this stuff important? There are things the adults don't like to talk about, but if things happen at school, I need to have a plan. And I need to know that the adults have a plan. So I'm going to talk about the standard response protocol. It's all about these simple actions. Lock out, get inside, lock outside doors. What about lockdown? Evacuate. Sometimes a location may be announced. Shelter. The hazard and the safety strategy will be announced.
I'm James. I'm a school resource officer. Lockouts are easy most of the time, like this.
Students, get inside, lock outside doors. This is a lockout. Get inside, lock outside doors. This is a lockout.
Kids, get inside, hustle.
Why are we doing it?
We're doing this because something is happening in the neighborhood near the school, and we have to get you guys inside. Could be crimes out there, could be riots, could be a dangerous animal, could be zombies.
James, zombies aren't real.
You don't know that.
Here's what happens. Get everyone inside. The inside, you just keep everything normal. Even class changes stay on schedule, except between buildings.
Initially, nobody can come in or go out of the building.
Depending on what's happening, your teacher may ask you to text your parents and tell them not to freak out. School is happening just like normal, and if they show up, they probably won't be let in anyway.
That's right, nothing to see here.
Chill. It's just a lockout, no drama.
Sometimes it's a pain, like when school gets out or during lunch, but usually you won't notice much.
What about lockdown?
This is serious. Pay attention because something bad is happening in the school.
Oh, things adults don't want to talk about.
First, I'm going to talk about stuff that we do know, data and research about attacks at schools. Then I'm going to talk about what to do depending on where you are. First of all, 70% of these are over within 5 minutes. 90% are over in 10 minutes.
Heavy.
First, let's look at one thing that they have learned. An attacker has hardly ever gotten to a locked classroom door. Hardly ever.
Where'd you see that?
Get on the web and look at the Sandy Hook Commission report. The FBI has some stuff too.
Lockdown, locks, lights, out of sight. Lockdown, locks, lights, out of sight.
So the teacher will lock and close the door.
Right. Then what happens?
I got this. First, we're going to get out of sight of the corridor window.
What else are you going to do?
Then we're going to get low on the floor. I'm going to make sure I can't see out of the corridor window. Then I'm going to take a deep breath and focus. This is an important 5 or 10 minutes. I'm even going to silence my phone or turn it on Do Not Disturb.
Turn off your data and Wi-Fi too. This helps the first responders keep their internet access.
But can I text my parents?
Yes, but not at first. Your teacher will probably have you wait about 5 minutes until it's safe. If it's safe, a few of you at a time can text your parents.
Here's what to text. I'm okay. We're in a lockdown. I'll update you every 5 minutes. I'm going to add this. I love you guys.
Text your parents. Don't text your friends. Don't post on social media. Duh. Here's one thing. A lockdown can be scary, and it's probably going to last a long time. I need you to support each other. Listen to your teacher. What else do you keep in mind?
Don't open the door for anyone.
What if they say it's the police? Like this. Police, open the door.
I don't know if it's really the police or someone trying to fool me, so I'm not going to open the door for anybody or even say anything.
Right. Law enforcement or an administrator will unlock and open the door.
Same thing with an announcement on the PA. You're going to stay here until administrator or police comes and opens the door.
What about the fire alarm?
When we're in a lockdown, we're going to treat a fire alarm a little differently. Unless it's really a fire in the room, we're going to initially stay put. Although I might look at other ways to get outside.
If you're in the hallway, cafeteria, or gym, try to get behind a locked door or try to get out of the building. Remember, 5 minutes, so go quick. Think about other locking doors like staff bathrooms and some offices.
The student bathrooms are probably a last resort. No locking doors, but at least you can get out of sight. This is a good time to talk about evacuate. Sometimes we just need to leave the building. Depending on what's happening, we might be asked to leave our stuff. Or we may be asked to bring it. If your phone's in your pocket, keep it there.
If you hear lockdown and aren't in a locked classroom, remember self-evacuation is another option.
That means getting out of the building and going to a safe place quickly.
Once you're there, call your parents, tell them you're okay. The school might also give you an emergency number to contact.
What happens when police release a lockdown?
Police or an administrator will open the door and begin the classroom evacuation. Now, don't be surprised if they are a little loud or they keep shouting, "Show me your hands!"
Got it. They're going to be loud and keep my hands empty and visible. Can I bring my stuff?
Probably not, just what's in your pockets.
They'll probably bring us to a secure assembly area like a cafeteria or a gym before moving us to where our parents can pick us up.
At the assembly area, don't be surprised if an officer searches you. They just want to make sure there's nothing dangerous out there.
Got it. They're going to be loud. They're going to search us.
If you think about it, you're probably going to be stressed, so it's going to feel a little more intense than it really is. They are probably going to be a little stressed. They probably don't know you, but we all have the same goal in mind, to keep you safe.
So what you're saying is cut everyone a little break, and we can actually help reduce their stress and our parents' stress. Hey, let's talk about shelter.
Different schools might do different things, but here are some examples of what might be announced.
Tornado, get to the storm shelter. Earthquake, drop, cover, and hold. Hazmat, seal doors and windows. Tsunami, get to higher ground.
And don't forget the zombies.
James, zombies aren't real. This is important. I was in 4th grade at Sandy Hook Elementary School on December 14th, 2012. I got out. My little brother was at Sandy Hook too. He got out, but it was a close call. My older brother and sister were at the middle school. It was a tough day for them too. So I just need to have a plan, have some options.
And you need to know the adults have a plan too. I was the school resource officer at Arapahoe High School in 2013 when the attack happened there.
I'm going to ask you to do one more thing. When you go home today, talk to your parents. Tell them about what you learned today.
Our fact for today is, did you know that some cats are actually allergic to humans? Our joke for today is, why is 2 plus 2 equals 5 like your left foot?
It's not right. Our quote for today is, the secret of getting ahead is getting started.
Your reporters for today are
Diane
and Kathia. Remember, Broncos, to be ready, be responsible, and be respectful. Tune in today and every day for your AMS morning announcements. Peace. Until we meet next time.